You can have hollow cheeks permanently, using ice. What is cryolipolysis? Cryolipolysis is a non-surgical, non-invasive procedure used to focally reduce subcutaneous fat, or the fat just under your skin. Cryo means cold, lipo means fat, lysis means breaking down. This procedure uses cold to destroy fat cells. Dimples or depressions were observed in the buccal region of infants and children after popsicles were left in their mouths, causing popsicle paniculitis. After necrosis of adipose fat tissue was found to be a result of cold exposure, cryolipolysis was invented as a mean of spot-reducing fat. How does cryolipolysis work? Although cryolipolysis is sometimes referred to as fat freezing, it doesn't actually freeze fat to work. The most likely theory is that the cold temperature exposure over a period of time causes paniculitis, or inflammation of the fat tissue. Apoptosis results from this inflammation. Macrophages, a type of white blood cell, eventually remove the dead cells. This process of clearing necrosed fat cells will be completed over 3 to 4 months maximum. Then, the full reduction of size will be observed at the site. A variation is to pinch the skin, to mimic the suction effect, and stop the fat from moving away. It recedes from the skin when exposed to cold. Something that you can do afterward is massage the area, since this was found to increase results from cryolipolysis treatments. Another variation is to apply the ice to the interior of the cheeks, inside of the mouth. Though, it is more difficult to access. Risks and warnings. Cryolipolysis may be unsafe if you have cryoglobulinemia, cold urticaria, paroxysmal cold hemoglobinuria, or Raynaud's phenomenon. Cryolipolysis may be unsafe if applied to areas with varicose veins, nerve problems, or rashes or lesions. Frostbite is a risk of attempting cryolipolysis yourself. If you proceed with caution, this risk should be very minimal. An easy way to reduce this risk is to have a barrier between your skin and the ice. Fat is more susceptible to cold than skin is, which is why it is possible to damage fat tissue without damaging the skin. A study on mice found that the maximum cell temperature and minimum time to cause frostbite was -3 degrees Celsius for 3 minutes. Remember that skin temperature will be significantly higher than the temperature of the ice. Paradoxical adipose hyperplasia is a rare complication of cryolipolysis. It causes an increase in volume of fat tissue, instead of the intended decrease. Similarly to the intended results of this procedure, the unintended results may take a few months to fully come into effect. Data on the incidence rate of this complication varies based on the study, but the incidence rate was generally found to be less than 1%. For reference, a study published in 2021 revealed an incidence rate between 0.05% and 0.39%. It should be noted that the incidence rate was based on the total number of treatment cycles, which was likely higher than the total number of patients who received treatments. The mechanisms behind paradoxical adipose hyperplasia are unclear. It has been suggested that the vacuum mechanism, used to suck the fat and skin away from the body and into the machine, could be responsible for this complication. It was found that less vacuum pressure may reduce this risk. Based on the premise that the vacuum mechanism is the culprit, at-home cryolipolysis would not have any risk. Another theory is that the massage to the area afterward, may increase the risk of developing paradoxical adipose hyperplasia. Although, it is important to know that the massage is implemented as it was found to increase the results of a standard reaction. As of now, this complication must be resolved surgically through liposuction. Some suggested risk factors for developing paradoxical adipose hyperplasia include male sex, the abdominal region, Hispanic ethnicity, previous cryolipolysis treatments, and a larger vacuum. Asymmetry. This one is obvious. It may not have symmetrical effects, especially if you use more ice on one side or hold it differently on either side. Does it really work if done at home? Despite many websites claiming that you cannot do cryolipolysis yourself, I believe this is false. The reasoning just doesn't make any sense. After all, cryolipolysis was invented after depressions were observed as a result of popsicles. They have an incentive to discredit the possibility of cryolipolysis working at home. The websites associated with cool sculpting would not want to give any credit to a free alternative to their procedure, nor would they want to encourage anything that is possibly unsafe. Also, someone has claimed to see results from using ice packs. He developed asymmetry after icing only one side of his abdominal area. I will link the article in the description. Here is his results. Why not just get the actual procedure? This procedure is only cleared for flanks, abdomen, thighs, excess fat underneath the chin, bra fat, back fat, fat underneath the buttocks, upper arms, submandibular area below the jawline. How long do the results last? The results are permanent. It causes the fat cells to be destroyed. This will result in permanent reduction of fat tissue in the area. Fat cells generally don't increase in numbers in adults. Instead, you gain fat by individual cells increasing in size. This means that even if you gain weight, the area that was applied to it still retain the fat reduction. You will never have as much volume at the site than you would have without interference. Will reducing facial fat age your appearance? It is debated, but I would not say that it would cause you to look aged. Large cheeks are a neotenuous feature, so reducing them will make you look more developed, but not aged concerning any other aspects. Although the fat around the eyes is precious for a youthful appearance, cheek fat is not. It is the skin which will make you look aged, and it should be supported by bone, not fat. The only exception to this is the area around the nasolabial folds. But as it's put simply, if you have more than ideal cheek fat, reducing it will obviously be at looks max. Thank you for watching, please like and subscribe.